serious business from next week?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the win and loss is not be all and end all, but I guess it's probably a dress rehearsal for round one and the season to come. So, I'm not going to be in on the match committee and things like that, but I'd imagine we'll try and put our best side available out there and really show what we've got leading into round one.
What about just personally in terms of match preparation? Do you take it a bit easy preparing for these first couple of kicking?
Nah, you can't afford to. Can only probably speak for myself, but across the board, you just can't afford to. The AFL environment's too ruthless, and if you do so, then you're not gonna perform. So you've got to take every game as serious as you can, because you never know how many opportunities you're going to get at the level.
The fact is Port Adelaide has added a little bit more spice to this game, and Ken Hinckley's already said they're going to play, their best team pretty much.
We'll probably get a few more fans through the gate than if it was a Melbourne side or somebody across here, so that'll be good. But I guess at the end of the day, it's still a NAB challenge game. But like I said, it is probably going to be a full dress rehearsal for both sides. So hopefully it'll be a pretty quality affair.
The whole summer that you guys have trained, and this is the last chance for players to put their hands up and say, I definitely want to play in round one, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've got a lot of spots open to fill still, so guys have got to step up and take their opportunity to ensure they get a game in round one.
I don't expect you to tell us exactly who, but do you have does the forward group have in its mind the best six up there?
Probably not specifically a six. It's still we're sort of a collective still. So, the coaches probably have their eyes on a few, but there's some obvious choices. Guys that are proven match winners and got the runs on the board. But there's a number of guys that can go through there, and obviously be midfielders at times that come through. So, probably in a tough decision for the coaches, this week's will probably be pretty telling towards that round one side.
How do you feel the team's travelling? You've had a win and a loss so far.
I think we're building nicely. Phil was reasonably happy with 3 quarters in the first week, and then after quarter time on the weekend, on Thursday night. We were pretty good as well. So we're building. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. So we've got some work to do, but over the next sort of 2 weeks before round one, hopefully we can put in we've got 4 or 5 big training sessions and a game. So hopefully there's enough time to improve on what we need to leading into the season.
McDermott wrote a column today talking about how important it is the tools in forward line stand up this year. So it's a year of the tall forwards. Personally, what are your expectations on yourself, and where do you feel like you need to take the next step?
It's gradual improvement. It's not about trying to win games off your own boot, and it's probably unfair to put that on anybody. We are going to require even contributions from everyone. So specifically as a forward group, we've got our our key indicators that we need to hit, and we'll obviously keep those in-house. But if we can do so as a group, then I think the performances will be pretty good.
You mentioned the forward line and how it functions. And Tommy Lynch is one bloke that goes through there. He's chucking balls to kids so they can take hangs, so hopefully he doesn't duck into one of those. But do you blokes address that with him at all? You say the way you play has to change, otherwise you could put yourself in a bit of harm?
No, it's not our role that to tell him what to do in that situation. It's a split-second decision, and I guess he's just been unlucky twice. It's not like it's happened 10 or 11 times. It's just been unlucky once or twice. So it's certainly from my point of view, it's not my position to be telling him how to what to do in that circumstance.
You said Rome wasn't built in a day. How long will the Adelaide Crows Rome take, you think, before it's on the track where you're comfortable with where you're going?
I mean, I think we're comfortable with where we're headed at the moment, but as I said, we need to see gradual improvement. It's going to, it might take 24 months of getting together and having this coaching group put the work into us and explain the way they want us to play, and for us to pick it up. So that's not to say we're not hopeful and expecting to win some games of footy early and often, but it's going to take a while before we're fully comfortable with everything that Phil asks of us.
You're a fantasy footy fan. Should J-Pod be classified forward or defence this year?
Probably both. You can get the dual, makes him a bit more juicy if he's dual position.
And Port this week, not a lot at stake, but there's always a bit more spice in these games.
I guess so. A little cross-town rivalry. Being Victorian, it's not, I don't buy into it too much. Just another game of footy, but yeah, like I said, it's probably more in it for the fans than the players. It's more about us this week, and for them they'll be the same. They'll be concentrating on getting their best side out there and getting ready for round one, as we will. So, it's probably more important for the guys on the other side of the fence.
This year's flag race, a lot of people say it's wide open. As a player, is that a fair call that could be toughest one to win in a long time?
Probably not something I've given a lot of thought to, just yet, or probably will at all. Obviously, there's some powerful sides up there, and we're hoping to get our game to that level. But as yet, I probably haven't studied the form as such and worked out the clubhouse leader. I guess everyone's on 0-0, so we're probably all even at the moment.